Hey guys, welcome to the ESO series. If you didn't know by now, Lagos, Kampala, Johannesburg, Cape Town and Accra are the biggest fashion capitals in Africa, and the African fashion industry continues to grow. So on this episode of Business Sense, I have rounded up the biggest fashion weeks in Africa that I strongly recommend you attend and their 2018 schedule. So whether you're from Africa or not, a creative entrepreneur who is looking at expanding their reach, or you're just curious about the African fashion industry, or you just love the African fashion aesthetics, these are the major fashion shows that are showcasing African designers on a large scale. First, I have Accra Fashion Week. Accra Fashion Week usually features designers from over 15 African countries, and in 2017 announced they'll be having 2 fashion weeks in a year, distinguished by seasons: Spring Harmattan in October and Chilly Rainy in March. Designers registration closes on January 30th, so if you're interested, hurry to go and apply for Accra Fashion Week. Next up, we have Africa Fashion Week Nigeria. What I love most about Africa Fashion Week Nigeria is the fact that they focus on creating a platform for very young designers who can't afford the big or international fashion shows. And guess what, guys? This year, Africa Fashion Week Nigeria is looking at expanding and getting models from all over Africa. So whether you're from Cameroon and you can take a bus trip down to Lagos, or from one of the neighboring countries in Nigeria, Africa Fashion Week Nigeria is a platform for you to kick off your modeling career. Number 3, Arise Magazine Fashion Week was my first ever fashion show in Lagos. It was big, it was grand. It brings it was really exciting. 6 days of fashion week chaos, featuring 77 participating designers from 6 continents, including designers as far away as India, the Caribbean, USA, Europe, and Africa, in 3 tents on the grounds of the luxurious 5-star Federal Palace Hotel, Lagos, Nigeria, which Lagos Fashion and Design Week has taken over that event spot. Well, Arise Fashion Week has been off for about how many years now? Like 5 years or so. But about a few days ago just announced that they are back in 2018 with a new edition. And who's excited? I'm excited. As in, like, it's really exciting. I mean, like, Arise Fashion Week is huge. It was actually a huge deal. It was a big deal. And I hope that when they come back with a bang. Next up, I have DAKAR Fashion Week, which was founded by fellow designer Adama Paris, who I first heard of at Arise Fashion Week in 2011. Adama Paris is an amazing designer. Like, that's just for another day. My first time in Ghana ever was to attend Ghana Fashion and Design Week. I picked up my bags, took my salary, and said, you know what, I think it's time for me to expand my reach as a stylist. I want to find out what's happening in Ghana. Apparently, this was the first ever fashion show. It was the first ever, I can't remember. But it was the first ever fashion show in a while in Accra. So I had to attend it, I had to find out. And it was fun, and it was sponsored by Mercedes-Benz. So I was expecting to see, what we see in the likes of Mercedes-Benz South Africa Fashion Week in Joburg and in Cape Town, which I've never attended, so let me not sound like I have. But it was fun, and I was expecting to see something grand. It was great, it was well organized, it was well put together. I met new friends. I don't know what happened along the line, like Ghana Fashion and Design Week. The last time I attended, which was in 2016, there was something off. Maybe that's why they took a break in 2017 to fix so many other things. So I hope that they are back this 2018, and I'm looking forward to dates to be announced, and they continue with their well put together and organized event. I really like Ghana Fashion and Design Week. So while Ghana Fashion and Design Week people are busy slowing down and taking their time and rebranding, Glitz Africa Fashion Week, headed by Claudia Lumon, has gladly taken over the Ghana fashion industry since its inception in 2013. Glitz is the biggest fashion show in Accra at the moment. It is the biggest fashion show in Ghana. It's one of the most recognized fashion shows in Africa. Glitz Africa Fashion Week, it features designers from all over West Africa and young designers as well. What I love most about Glitz Africa is that every year they continue to grow, and as at last year they hired LDJ Productions, who organizes New York Fashion Week as well, and also Kampala Fashion Week, to come on board Glitz Africa Fashion Week. So we know that, well, it's getting bigger and bigger every other year, and Glitz is taking over. Officially the biggest fashion weekend, fashion weekend in Africa. The Gtbank Fashion Weekend allows its diverse audience of consumers, press and industry entities to a weekend of shopping promising talented and recognized fashion designers, brands and retail enterprises from across Nigeria, fashion masterclasses that provide fashion entrepreneurs the unique opportunity to learn from global industry leaders and experienced brands, runway shows from prominent designers from across Africa and beyond. Like the GTB Fashion Weekend is a must-attend fashion weekend. Kampala Fashion Week, that's Uganda's most influential fashion platform ever. Kampala Fashion Week started in 2014. I was there. You can check the link, click the link in my bio to watch my road to Kampala Fashion Week and some of the designers I spotted. Ignore the videos because I was the one recording. So check it out. I was there the first year, and each year, I was there the first year in 2014, I was there in 2015, and each year it gets better and better and better. The set changed in 2016. I wish I could make it in 2016. I couldn't make it. I wish I could make it in 2017. I couldn't. That's one fashion week that if I have my way, I would love to attend every edition of Kampala Fashion Week, because the producers, the organization, everything is always well put together, well organized compared to the usual one that, I'm not trying to call any names, or compared to the usual fashion weeks we have in Africa. Kampala is a beautiful place as well, and it's organized by Uganda Fashion Council. Next, I have the biggest fashion week in Nigeria, Heineken Lagos Fashion and Design Week. If you're looking for any top designers from Nigeria, Heineken Lagos Fashion and Design Week is the place to be. Like, not only will you get to see exciting new collections, you get to mingle with fashion editors, bloggers, celebrities, different kinds of people, like, from various parts of Nigeria, from most especially, like, designers as well. Other designers come to watch other designers show. And it's a perfect opportunity for you to understand the African fashion industry through the eyes of Nigerians. Trust me, you should attend Lagos Fashion and Design Week. It is big and a big deal. Number 10, Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week in Joburg and in Cape Town. Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week usually holds biannually and is usually in March and in August. More information about Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week can be found on their website or the organizer's website, africanfashioninternational.com. I haven't been. I've seen pictures and I've seen the behind the scenes, the presentation, the collections, everything is just boom. Nairobi Fashion Week invites designers from West Africa, South Africa, East Africa, and the diaspora. Nairobi Fashion Week has a track record of excellence and is reputable for showcasing over 100 emerging African-influenced fashion designers in 4 annual events to an estimated crowd of over 15,000 guests and VIPs in 12 catwalk shows. Guys, I have never been to Nairobi Fashion Week, but this year I plan on attending Nairobi Fashion Week because obviously, like, Kenya is a beautiful place to visit in Africa, but like I would love to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, visit Kenya and attend Nairobi Fashion Week. It's huge. I would love to see designers from not just Africa. I'd love to see a mix of designers from West Africa, South Africa, East Africa, all on one platform. So Nairobi Fashion Week, here we come. There are very few fashion weeks in Africa that support student designers, and that's where Nigeria Student Fashion and Design Week comes in. And I love the fact that they support student designers from all over Nigerian universities. It's a huge platform that you should check out. You should also check out because young designers or students who are actually still in school and also working at the same time are pushing to make their dreams come true, and they're helping them nurture their skills so they're ready to, helping them grow their skills at an early age so they're ready to actually boom in the international scene or in the national fashion scene as well. So thumbs up to the guys at the Nigeria Student Fashion and Design Week. It's a major fashion week to attend, it's a major fashion show to attend also if you're scouting models and designers. Kicking off the year and joining international men's collections lineup is South Africa Menswear Fashion Week, which starts on February 8 to February 11, 2018 this year. That's the first fashion week in Africa of the year. Menswear designers from all over Africa are invited to showcase their collections to a wide audience of menswear enthusiasts and buyers. It's really exciting. Like, men's collection this season for men's collection is so exciting. Number 14, I have South Africa Fashion Week. South Africa Fashion Week is kind of different from Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week in Joburg and Cape Town. Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week in Joburg and Cape Town take place separately and in separate months and in different cities. But South Africa Fashion Week takes place biannually with men and women's shows separated over 5 days in April and October, which also clashes with Lagos Fashion and Design Week. It's shocking because I would think that the designers would have been able to organize a way that their fashion weeks will not clash by this time of the year. And finally, the biggest and largest annual fashion event in the whole of East and Central Africa, SWAHILI Fashion Week, who in 2017 marked their 10th anniversary. And in the past 10 years, have provided a platform for fashion and accessories designers from Swahili-speaking countries and beyond to showcase their talents, market their creativity, and network with clientele and the international fashion industry. I mean, like, who speaks Swahili? So we have to kind of, like, organize a platform for designers or for countries who speak Swahili, who can come to Lagos and understand what's happening around here and stuff like that. Somewhere to start from. Swahili Fashion Week has been creating that platform for the past 10 years, and kudos to them. If you're not one of those who get showered with designers invitation every year, it's not magic. You need to do the following. 1, attend as a VIP assistant. Ask someone if you can assist them, or you can go as their assistant so you can help them carry their bags or something, and take away to kind of like, stay at the back to watch. You don't necessarily have to sit on the front row with them as well. Or volunteer to work as a dresser backstage. Most of these fashion brands are always looking for interns or people to help them, assist them backstage and stuff like that. So you can apply your sending application that you want to volunteer as a dresser backstage. Or whether you're a buyer, or a blogger, or a socialite, a celebrity, or press, or just visiting from out of town, or just curious, like I said earlier on, about the African fashion industry, you might need to buy tickets, especially as a buyer. If you're going as a buyer or a socialite or a celebrity who did not get any designer's invitation or never got anything, if you want to attend a fashion event, you have to buy tickets. They're mostly buy tickets, but some of them are buy invitations only. Like I know a few, like Lagos Fashion and Design Week, and some of others are by invitations only. If you're not invited, that means you can only get dressed and come and pose outside for street style and go back home and sleep. You can't necessarily, or you won't necessarily watch the shows. But if you're a press or a blogger or someone who is contributing, you can apply by visiting their various websites and finding out more information about what they do and how they go about, applying for press passes and all of that. So each fashion show have their different policies. They all vary from one to another. You can check out, like I'll put the links of all their websites on each of them as I mentioned. So check out their websites and you can go back and check them out again. I'll list them all out below. It's not too early to start applying. Like I said already, the first fashion week, which kicks off in February, and the last of the next few ones kick off in November. Start sending them emails, start applying, follow them on Instagram, find out what they are up to, find out their dates. For some of them who have not announced their date, most of them have announced their dates already, and we know that they're happening in September. Like I said, I love Kampala Fashion Week. Kampala Fashion Week is happening in September. So make sure you to apply, you have to follow some of these procedures and try to get in. All you need to do, if you're applying, you don't know how to apply for press passes or blogger pass for Fashion Week, send an email to this Fashion Week. If you don't know what to say in your email, you say, "Dear sir or madam, I'm currently a full-time writer or blogger based in blah blah blah. I write for my own blog as well as contributing for several publications about fashion or blah blah blah. Here is my blog link and these are the publications I write for." Put all of that, list them out so that they can know who you're dealing with or who they're dealing with. And then continue. I would love to attend your fashion show this year. Please let me know if it will be possible to get an invite or press pass. Thank you. It's that easy, to be honest with you. It's really that easy. If they accept your invitation, if they accept your request, yes. If they don't accept your request, still look forward to, when they start calling for press, when it's getting towards the event, look forward to them and still sending an email and continue chasing them, because sometimes it might be too early that you applied too early, or sometimes you apply too late. Still try to get hold of people that are in charge of these things. In Africa, you know how it works now. You know this person, I know this person. So here is the opportunity. Start attending Fashion Week so you can know who and they can know you too as well, and you can start getting invitations into Fashion Weeks across Africa. That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching and have listed down the Fashion Weeks that I mentioned. If you're interested in going for any of these Fashion Weeks and would like to go as a group or would need a partner, feel free to hit me up. I'm interested as well. Let's go see what we can do and how we can expand our audiences or our reach as well. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to rise, pray, grind, and shine.